Teacher Yan! Welcome to my vlog! Today, I am going to demonstrate to you an activity called Let's Rust This! And the materials are 3 pieces iron nails, 3 pieces jars, a glass of water, vinegar, and oil. And these are my jars. And they already labeled it. First jar is labeled water and oxygen. Second, no oxygen. And lastly, jar 3, water, oxygen, and vinegar. To set up jar 1, we shall put 1 iron nail in our jar. Then pour enough water into the jar to completely cover the iron nail. And do not put on a lid. For jar number 2, we shall put 1 iron nail in the jar. Then add enough oil to cover the iron nail with a 1/2 inch layer of oil. And carefully put water into the jar until 1-inch layer is formed, and make sure to screw the lid tightly. And lastly, we will set up jar 3. Put 1 iron nail in the jar. Then add enough water to completely cover the iron nail. And put 1 tablespoon of vinegar. And do not put on a lid. And these are my jars. Lastly, we'll set all the jars in a quiet place. And we will come check it after 24 hours. See you! After 24 hours, this happened. Jar 1, water and oxygen. Jar 2, no oxygen. And jar 3, water, oxygen, and vinegar. These are my observations. For jar 1 or water and oxygen, the water becomes brownish and the iron nail becomes rusty. For jar number 2 or no oxygen, the water is still at the bottom and the oil is still at the top. Or nothing happened for the water and oil, but the nail or the iron nail becomes rusty, but not as rustier as the water and oxygen or jar 1. And lastly, for jar number 3, the water color is still the same. and the vinegar scent can be smelled still. And the iron nail is not rusty at all, but it has bubbles at the nails. And the question is, are all the jars 1, 2, and 3 same or different? They're different, but jars 2 and 1 are the same. The iron nail becomes rusty, but for jar 3, it does not become rusty. And the reasons for the question are, the jar 1 and 2 becomes rusty overnight because of the things we mix to our jars. And it make them a chemical change because it made a new substance, which is iron oxide form. With the presence of water and oxygen from jar 1, it is essential to make the nails or the iron nails rusty. Also for jar 2, the water and the oil are also essential for the rusting of nails. And for jar 3, because of the vinegar, it does not become rusty.